The sky was burning. The clouds red with twisted fire. Lightning moving across them. And they descended upon everything. Like a furious battle between God and Satan, good and evil. Like a fire vortex.
You guys have no idea how long I've been waiting for this. You guys want to know how long I've been waiting for this? About 5 minutes. But that's besides the point. My name is Palace, and I'm here with Toe Death and the Only Mazar. Welcome back to the Supporters Gaming League Season 8. We're in Week 5, and tonight, we got a rather spicy one. I ain't talking about no curry. I ain't talking about no Thai food, no jalapenos. This is the locals versus KC Cauldron. I am absolutely waffling. Toad, how you doing tonight?
Man, I'm pretty good myself. I don't know if I'm waffling, but I'm doing pretty well. I'm definitely excited for this. I know KC feel pretty hard done from their last matchup, and the locals seem to just be giving everybody a good thumping. So we'll see if KC bounce back and maybe locals keep steamrolling. But I think it's going to be a good matchup, really, any way it goes.
Yeah, these are two teams that on paper dominate the entire league. However, the results this season have not exactly gone the way of one of these teams. As we pull up the table to show you guys what's going on. So we have, in what in previous seasons would be considered, a turning of the tables, but we have the locals on top of the league, steamrolling absolutely everybody in their path, leaving no trace because they've destroyed it all. The Cauldron, however, normally would be the team that's in that position. They sometimes tend to play a lot of close games, but overall, they're generally still on the top. However, this season has been a different story. They're struggling a little bit, and they're right on that playoff line. Somehow, I don't even want to say it. Who's in fifth place? Toad, can you read the name of that team?
Fifth place is going to be your own Los Verdes. Interesting.
The reason why I don't want to read that name is because if I read it, I'm going to jinx it. So, yeah, that's where we are right now. El Matador in fourth. ECRC, sorry, I don't know why I forgot how to read for a second. Emerald City Rocket Club in third. Black Army, which is a team that I really, really enjoy watching.
For sure.
If you guys watched my SGL After Dark stream the other night of their game versus EC, I don't even remember who it was. It was EC Defiance or EC Blue, one of them. And Vexamed was just, he was popping off. He was doing stuff that I haven't seen anybody do in the league for a long time. I know I'm kind of doing tricks on it right now, but that dude is good. Add in Saikugo, you guys have seen them enough on stream. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't have to explain to you guys how good this team is. But the locals are ahead of them. And so I want to, move into the reasons why they're ahead. As we look at the top 5 in the stats, we're going to see exactly why this team is ahead. Because we've got Mecky Ducky. I refuse to call him Monkey Ducky. I'm sorry. I love you, Ducky.
I'm with you.
I refuse to call you that. You are the Mecky Ducky as long as I'm on this dang stream, all right? Yeah, just absolutely on a tear offensively. As always, this is nothing new. But we have, shockingly enough, Thor and Gold, it's not shocking at all if you know these players, but if you just looked at the table, you might be like, how does that make any sense at all? That Serrano and Thor and Gold are both in the top 5 for points per game and goals per game. And also, obviously, other like areas, but just how does that make any sense? It doesn't. But here's what I think we're going to get into a little bit. I think this is going to be a goal fest. What are you thinking, Toe Death?
Oh, 100%. I think we're gonna hardly get a chance to breathe between the goals. There's so many quality players on both sides. I'm gonna shout out Meki Ducky, pronouncing Meki very deliberately. I'm gonna shout out Meki Ducky. I'm gonna throw out the early MVP. I'm gonna go man of the match, Meki Ducky. I'm locking in my vote. I think he's gonna get it done, and I think he gets it done on offense mostly. I think he's a really good asset on defense, but he's an offensive powerhouse, and he brings in his teammates into the play. I was having a look at their ranks, and it's not like that impressive. So clearly, they're a well-oiled machine. They are greater than the sum of their individual parts, which I think is an amazing thing in SGL. When you have a player as talented as Meki Ducky is able to bring in the rest of his squad mates, I think that is really what makes a player great in this league, because Vex has all the talent right now, but he also has really great teammates. We'll see how well he does in bringing in the rest of his teammates as the season goes on. And if he does a really good job, then props to him. But I'm going to shout out Meki Ducky. He's getting it done right now, and we're already 4 weeks in, and the stats prove it.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. We have, looking over at the assist column, let's look at the total assists, because right there is a man who is a very, very well-known name in SGL, has been for a few seasons, been making waves ever since the locals were somehow in SGL2. That's a man by the name of Dr. Aquatic, with 12 total assists, second most in the entire league. That connection right there is just so invaluable for this team, and I think that's going to have to be on point tonight if they're going to want to get past the Cauldron, because again, they might not be performing up to their normal selves and their expectations. They're still a good team, so like these are no pushovers, so I think that's going to have to be on regardless, and as it normally is. But I'm very, very excited. As we move over, are we ready to start the game?
I think we are. I'm going to make that call. Yeah.
I believe all players are in the lobby. And yeah, let's, without further ado, let's see if we can start this thing. Let's see. We've got the usual suspects for the locals: Doughboy, Ducky, and Dr. Aquatic versus Serrano, Funch, and Thorngold. This should be very interesting as we get started for game number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, hype us up. Let's go. We are back, as if we weren't just here yesterday. Wait, were we here yesterday? I don't even know. I wasn't here.
I don't think so.
As if we weren't
like you said, the usual suspects. You called out Doughboy, Meki Ducky, and Dr. Aquatic. They've been the 3 to go at it. Whereas, sorry, almost got caught there. KC Cauldron seems to really like rotating. They have quality up and down their roster, of course, but the locals have a solid 3 that they're just going to again and again, and it's working.
Absolutely. And I honestly, if I was them, I wouldn't stop going to that 3 either. Doughboy doesn't even need boost. His presence on the ball is just enough to make you not challenge out of fear that you're probably going to get mind game. I say that because he does that to me way too often.
I'm going to say he uses 80% of his boost on demoing, and the last 20% is getting closer to demoing.
You know what? That's valid. That's what I would like to go for, especially when I play against El Matador. I may or may not have demoed on stream, and it was great. I had an amazing time doing it. May or may not have said some things that I don't regret, but Speaking of not regretting things, Doughboy does not regret playing that pass into Meki Ducky, and that's exactly why. Because he's gonna finish that every single time.
Come on, we got to call out that upper corner. You're joking. There's the whole goal to aim at. It's like he's in training right now. Just got to hit those corners, keep it low, keep it high, don't hit it middle. It's okay. There's the whole goal, Meki Ducky.
He is the J-Naps of SGL. You know, just wherever you need a shot, he's gonna put it there, Merchant. That's exactly who I see Meki Ducky as.
Yeah,
But
he's in
hold
a
up a
real
minute.
tough spot here. Can he get out? Well played.
Toronto back in. Thorn goal with one demo.
A double
Gets the bump
bomb.
onto Aquatic, and that's gonna get put away every single time. That is exquisite. That is how you play Disruptor, and that is what I wish I could do every time I'm on the field with Toe Death. Unfortunately, he's usually the one doing that to me.
Oh, I mean, if you're gonna demo one off the goal line and bump the other, I'm gonna say your odds of scoring are gonna be upwards of 100%. I mean, there's just no way that doesn't go in. So if Thorn Goal gets to repeat that, that's a winner.
That's assuming you got a teammate there, and my C2 teammates in ranked are absolutely not going to be there for that. They're going to be back in the corner getting our 100 boots. Sorry, I'm ranting, you guys. I hate ranked. That's why I haven't played this game in like a week. But you know who has played this game? Clearly Meki Ducky.
That whiff was not helping his case, but
really.
yeah, that's poor timing.
Meki, you let me down. You know, I said that Doughboy was not regretting playing that pass, and I'm regretting backing you now. I hope you know that.
Doughboy has been looking pretty sharp as he lets that one go by. Sometimes he gets caught out occasionally, but he looks up for it today. Real sharp.
Now Funch coming in, dusts Doughboy to that one. Will that just get in? Yes, it will. Funch completely catching the locals team off their line and unprepared. Dr. Aquatic did not have enough boost, and unfortunately, that is tragic. But heads up play from Funch right there. I believe he's got both for the Cauldron right now.
Yeah, when you take a shot from your own box and there's a player back, mostly, you're not necessarily expecting it to go in, but that ball was going almost 100 kph. I don't really know how he got that much power on it, but really nicely played.
See, I almost said this is why this team is in first place, and I'm not, but they're not. They're literally below us right now. Because I would have got 2 miles an hour on that shot. Funch, you are a better man than me.
You said the locals are below you?
Yeah, I didn't want to say it because I'm gonna jinx it, but yeah, right now they are in 6th, and there's a certain team that wears green and black that is in 5th right now. I'm not gonna say who it is. I'm just gonna let y'all know that there's a team that wears green and black that comes out of Central Texas. And speaking of comes out of Central Texas, here comes Dr. Aquatic. He has nothing to do with Central Texas, but he is coming into the box to take a shot. But unfortunately for him, that one will not pan out as we've got 1 minute left. Serrano up to the task to get that ball out of danger.
I think you're as shocked as the rest of us are that the locals are in first, and it's your own Cauldron to find himself underneath you right now. So pretty interesting the way the standings are looking pretty early.
Oh.
He's gonna chip that one through for Meki Ducky. Yeah, I don't know. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I might be misspeaking myself here, but I was expecting KC Cauldron to come out really early in the season, I'm speaking, and probably fall into the top 3 spot right now. Maybe undefeated. They're 2-2. It's pretty weird.
It is, but right now they're not playing like a 2-2 team. Right now they are taking the locals every single step of the way. They are on equal footing right now, and they look like it. Thorn Gold now wants to take it up to the wall. Has to take off backwards, Meki Ducky. Does he get the reset? I don't believe he did. And Serrano will just ping that to the side wall as Dr. Aquatic puts it back in. Meki Ducky now there to challenge, but Doughboy puts it back up. Ducky on the wall, but it will fall, and we have overtime in game one. A little bit unfortunate if you're from the perspective of the Cauldron. You would have liked to win that in regulation. However, that miss from Thorngold came in for the ball. Unfortunately, ended up
there's a chance
with the demo. But here comes Thorngold. Thorngold, what a save from Ducky, and we play on.
That early MVP call is looking good right now. He's getting it done on defense. I said he's mostly offense, but why not both? ¿Por qué no los dos? Good grief.
Oh, sorry. I don't know why I thought that ball was already over Ducky. You know what? I should never doubt this man, because I know I backed him earlier and he let me down, but I know that if I start doubting him, he's going to pop off. So what if I just doubt him every single play and be like, oh, you know what? Is he getting that? Nah. But right now, challenge off the ceiling. Of course he is. Because of course he is.
Yeah, I wish every time my ranked teammates doubted me, I got better.
Yeah, I feel that.
Oh,
Toronto,
my
shot
days.
straight down. Shot saved by Ducky. Here comes Thorngold with the second off the post. Doughboy getting that touch to prevent Funch from getting the follow-up shot that surely would have ended it. And we keep going once again. But here comes a shot from midfield. Doughboy will deal with this with relative ease. Gets a pass to, now Serrano to beat, but Serrano, well aware of the danger, pings it over to Thorngold, who's got to go up quick because he knows Ducky is lurking.
Let's see the flip reset, Doughboy.
All right, never mind.
Shot in, it's timid, and Serrano gets a monster clear on frame. Serrano's up again, plays it back, but over Funch, and now it's a breakaway. Could have been.
I respect what Thorngold was trying to do. He was trying to place it, but unfortunately, here comes Serrano. I just realized Serrano's in the Dominus. No wonder we're in overtime.
Oh, the spawn bumped to the save.
Wait.
Far down.
Far down?
Ducky Ducky slightly misjudged it.
Toronto, unfortunately, also misjudged that in the corner, and now has got to run back because both of his teammates are on the ball. Unfortunately, he gets bumped. Sorry, Thorngold gets bumped on the goal line. Couldn't go for that, and Dr. Aquatic will beat them to the punch and keep the ball in the attacking third. But Funch with good awareness to get that shot away.
Ducky off to the wall, didn't want to give up an easy shot.
Oh,
Oh, the mind games, I think, or it was a whiff. Ducky gets it done. Ball across from, of course, Dr. Aquatic, who has the most second most assists in the league. Mr. Smashley has number one. And your main man, Mecky Ducky, who I think had 33 goals before coming into this series. And he's got more now, that's for sure.
I think he's got 36 now because I'm pretty sure that was a hat trick. It was
The Hattie.
900 in game number one. That is crazy. He caught Serrano in an awkward spot on the wall right there because Serrano had full boost, let that be known. But he was just caught in an awkward spot, so there was really nothing that he could do right there to get that ball out. And unfortunate for you got to feel hard done by if you're KC Cauldron because you played that so well up until that one moment with about 40 seconds left. Changed the entire course of the game.
Yeah, I won't say it's undeserved from the locals. They played well as a team and they took their chances when they could. Well, okay, Mecky Ducky took the chances when they could. But Doughboy and Dr. Aquatic played well. I mean,
Absolutely.
You can't... The thing about Cauldron is you can't play poorly and still win. Even if one of your players is playing down. There's really no chance to get carried, per se. Even by Mecky Ducky. You all have to be fired. You have to be playing well as a team.
I don't even think they played poorly. They just made one or two mistakes, and that's going to cost you against this team. That's enough to do it. One singular mistake can change everything. Serrano with the card change, finally in a Fennec. Thank God he's out of that atrocity of a car. Here comes Thorngold. Now over Aquatic. Aquatic with the touch to the backward. Serrano wanted the reset to play
He
it
did try.
backward, but
Yeah.
unfortunately didn't connect. And now here come the locals the other way.
Aquatic, that's a good bang up for Meki Duck. He finds the corner. You're kidding. You're kidding. How does he get that much precision? But let me talk about that pass from Dr. Aquatic, just knowing his main man, Meki Ducky's right there.
And knowing he beat two of the KC Cauldron defenders right there. They were both bunched up right there. All he just got to do is just get that one touch, and he gets it absolutely perfect. But speaking of perfect, Meki Ducky. Serrano unfortunately missing the goal right there, but back to Meki Ducky. Yeah, just absolute, like, what's the word? He's accuracy personified right now. That was a thing of beauty. And again, it's one mistake, one missed rotation. Hold up, Thorngold with a bold challenge in the midfield, and it pays off. As we used to say in Austin before Austin FC was around, fortune favors the bold, and Thorngold being bold right there.
Yeah,
do
you
I
can
got
see
bars or not?
Meki Ducky was trying to carry it up the field and make a play out of it, and he took the risk that he could get challenged early and it could not go his way. He took the risk and it definitely didn't pay off for him. But on the other side, I mean, who was it? Thorngold took the risk by going early, and it does pay off. So I guess what we're learning is, you gotta break a few eggs.
Absolutely. All right, chat. I need y'all to rate my rhymes real quick. Thorngold, being bold. Serrano, he is old. And now, you've been told. All right, chat. What do we think? Am I going platinum or not? Let's go to the judges. Toad Dev, what do you think?
I was gonna try to stay as quiet as I could and hope that they forgot I was here.
Nah, I'm dragging you into this. You co-signed that. I would like to point out that he co-signed that before we started the stream, just in case I needed to use it. So Toe Death is at fault for that.
100%. Yeah. I accept all responsibility for David.
Appreciate you. Serrano, nice challenge in the midfield. That was supposed to be his ball, but
that's a
Ducky
great
is
pass.
just everywhere on the field. Ball goes, nobody in the midfield to come collect that ball off the backboard. But now Thorngold, he wants a double, couldn't quite get it. A funch, challenged by Dr. Aquatic immediately. Now, Serrano does well to avoid the bump. 1v1 versus Meki Ducky. Unfortunately for him, Meki Ducky will win that one because of course he will. He's in a Batmobile.
Man, shout out to Dr. Aquatic. He's getting it done. Good grief.
Oh, a little bit of a shaky save, and that's going to cost him.
I thought it was Meki Ducky. He's climbing up there. Look at him just holding the boost button.
I don't think Thorngold expected that shot to go through.
Respect. Okay. So everybody's getting involved. We praised Meki Ducky. We just praised Aquatic. And now we see Doughboy getting in there. Big save from Meki Ducky again.
Serrano, once again, wanted to go off the backboard, but Doughboy well aware of the danger that would pose. Now Funch up to meet it, but whiffs. Doughboy will win the challenge against Thorngold, and that will be the third for the locals.
We're entering into, the part of the series where you ask the question, are the locals playing well, or is KC Cauldron playing poorly?
You know what I think that goal is the result of? Thorngold playing in Dominus. When are going to people learn to stop using that card?
I don't know. I like the Dominus. I use the hitbox.
Yeah, but you use a Masamune. It's not as flat. So yours is a little bit different. A Dominus is flatter than Luis on a Saturday night. Anyways, here comes Serrano up the sidewall, but he's immediately demoed for that. Now, Dr. Aquatic does punch that ball, and it's going to be 4-1.
How How does this happen? I know Aquatic is playing really well, but I think Cauldron's just forgetting to actually respect their opponent here. Respect that their shot could be pretty good.
Yeah,
You gotta get
go
back.
You've got to go up immediately because you know that as soon as that ball goes into the air, one of them is going to be up. Probably Mecky Ducky, but sometimes it's Aquatic, sometimes it's Doughboy. You know that you have to go instant.
Ooh.
Hold up a minute, Mecky Ducky. I respect that you went for that. Unfortunately, that time it doesn't connect, but man, if that had connected, you know, I think that might have broken the spirits of the Cauldron. I can't lie.
Slight misplay coming in. Mecky Ducky keeps it out. It's not over. Oh, that is ugly. That is skip. I'm gonna hit skip. That was terrible.
Thorngold getting one back for the Cauldron right here. All he has to do is I love that fake right there on Dr. Aquatic. I love that. I'm sorry, Dr. Aquatic. I'm gonna throw you under the bus right there. But to be fair, your car already fits under the bus because you're in a Skyline. So I love that from Thorngold. You know, maybe that's the spark that they need because now the ball's up. Funch is up, but he is going to hit it to the corner, and Ducky will collect.
I mean, that fake was filthy. There was a little miscommunication to make that fake even possible, but a well-executed fake is... Oh, Serrano!
We got a game!
Takes it himself. There's one. And Dr. Aquatic's like, I can get it. I can get there. No, you can't.
Stop using flat cars. If you're in a Merc, you save that. Hey, am I right, Maz?
Does Maz even play on Merc anymore?
No.
Oh.
Hey, everybody in chat, I'm gonna need y'all to spam Merc Maz. If you guys want to see overtime, spam hashtag Merc Maz in chat. Speaking of, Serrano with the ball into the middle, unfortunately will not be good enough to get past Mecky Ducky, but here comes Funch. But once again, Ducky will hit it into the middle straight to Thorngold. Thorngold hits the shot.
Well played.
Nobody's up.
What? What?
Serrano, you gotta go.
I would be livid if I throw a ball that juicy off the backboard.
Somebody's got to go for that for the Cauldron. I don't think Serrano was expecting them to just not hit it. But at that point, I don't think it's about what you expect. I think it's about what the situation calls for. You got to go no matter what. Because I know y'all can score that. KC Cauldron putting up a valiant fight at the end of that game. But, man, it just came a little bit too late.
I mean, for sure, they turned it around. You might say they have the momentum going into this game 3, but a final play like that just kind of kills the soul.
Yeah.
I mean, they had the game right there within like a car's length. They could have, but they didn't. And so, how does that affect the mentality? Probably not positively.
We talked a little bit in the beginning of the game about being bold. You know, as Thorngold had that first shot from the challenge, right there is a situation where you cannot play cautious. You have to go. And so I wonder if in this game, will they take... Sorry, I joined. Will they take that approach, or will they sort of continue?
Did you actually join?
I joined.
You're just gonna gloss over that?
I mean, I said it.
I'm glossing over whatever Luis is saying in chat.
I'll be honest, I'm not even reading chat. I don't even have it open. So I know I should be boosting the metrics of the stream right now. You know, I should be getting in chat. I should be giving us views. I'm not. I'm locked in right now, as you guys can tell by my rhyming ability and by my waffling ability. Speaking of waffling, Funch pancakes that ball onto his roof and gets it all the way, carries it all the way into the other half of the field. Now, Serrano wanted that pass to Thorngold.
Oh my gosh!
But unfortunately, it's not going to work as Funch was out getting boost, and that's the risk that you got to take. You know, I respect it. I do respect that because the ideas are flowing for the Cauldron, but ideas aren't enough against this team. You got to execute.
I thought for a second Dr. Aquatic like flip canceled or something, but you don't have to cancel if you never flip.
Exactly. Here comes Thorngold. Gonna get beat out by Doughboy. Dr. Aquatic with an interesting touch out to the corner. Serrano hits a defunge. Oh, but he missed the 100
Yeah.
boost. I think if he got it, he would have gone for that. But
Pressure's broken, Dr. Aquatic. Oh, I almost feel bad. What's going on for the Cauldron?
yeah, that's frustrating. That's real frustrating. Because Serrano had that red, or he thought, because Dr. Aquatic just slightly delayed until the absolute perfect moment where it didn't even come off of Serrano's car. He just caused Serrano to miss. Here comes Doughboy up against Serrano. Serrano well aware of what that could mean. And so he is up instantly. And that's what you got to do. Here comes Dorengold looking for a bump. Not going to find it, but Bunch with the ball. Looking to Doomsy, but Mecky Ducky is in the way.
Indeed, he is looking pretty mechy.
Chad, is defense a mechanic? If you answer no, then you are just like, you have to be plat if you say no. Because defense absolutely is a mechanic. Speaking of defense,
Shot
I
in.
almost said speaking of flat, here comes Doughboy. But
I'm
Doughboy
going
comes in and
silent.
scores that.
Mouth open, watching Thoringold just running it.
Pause?
I don't know what's going on.
Mouth
Funch
what?
is not back.
You got your what open?
My mouth. I hope I said mouth.
Chad, is that crazy or not?
251. We are a stat check for you here. We are 2 minutes and 45 seconds away from KC Cauldron getting a back-to-back.
Oh no! The whiff from Serrano comes off the crossbar from Doughboy a second time and will not be met by a third SD player. But, you know, the Cauldron narrowly avoiding what would just be a soul-crushing goal. But here comes Serrano once again.
Oh, good play.
Oh, Thorngold. Will he get there?
Okay.
Yes, it will
There's
get
life.
through. There is life. Are we reviving this thing like Frankenstein? Serrano with a beautiful pass off the backboard just barely gets over Doughboy. I can't even blame that one on a flat car. That was just a mistimed flip. And Doughboy with the absolute perfect timing to where it's so slow that it catches Ducky off guard. But here comes Serrano. Almost again, but can't find the angle for the double. And now Thoringold gets it past one, but Ducky once again, because why wouldn't he be there?
Maybe Cauldron looks a little rejuvenated. I don't know. They're doing their skincare routine. They look a little less dry.
Chat, I want to know what's y'all's skincare routine. Drop it in chat. I use lotion after I shower.
No.
Otherwise,
Your face.
My face. Oh yeah, but like you gotta care about the rest of your body too. You know, I don't want my arms to be like ashy and like when I scratch them, it just turns white.
It only gets on your arms by accident.
Chat, is that crazy or not? Let me know in the comments. I won't beat him.
Oh my god. Aquatic. Calm
Speaking of getting
down.
lotion, Monkey.
He's got a hat trick. I can't believe it. Mecky Ducky plays it in. Dr. Aquatic has a fantastic redirect. What is his rank? I'm going to check it right now. What is he ranked?
Chat, I'm gonna be honest, I messed up right there. I would like to issue a sincere and earnest apology. I don't know if I'm gonna be putting on this headset again. I called him Monkey instead of Mecky. So this might be the last time you hear from me in SGL play, as I have unfortunately used the player's preferred name instead of what I want to call him. So thank you guys. It's been real.
You're one of those.
It's been real. I appreciate you guys. Mecky Ducky lives on. I don't know who this Monkey Ducky is, but whoever he is the top scorer in all of SGL. That's all I know.
I just stat checked here on our dear Dr. Aquatic, and he's up to C2 right now. Ooh, as the ball comes in. He's up to champ too, which I guess feels about right, but he's playing. I mean, come on. I would love to have him in C2. He's looking amazing.
Absolutely. To be fair, it is also early season when you still got the Smurfs. Oh, Serrano, not like this.
Oh, no,
the Dr.
Aquatic.
Aquatic. Okay, that's why he's in
Come
C2.
on, dude.
Okay, that's why he's in C2. But
Oh, Thor and Gold
one for the
gets
road, maybe?
nothing.
Let's see.
My
And that
God.
will do it. It will be a 3-0 sweep for the locals. It's not all bad for the Cauldron. It really doesn't. I don't think it's as bad as the scoreline, would say. They did have some good fight in those previous games, but unfortunately, you got to be perfect against this team, and they weren't. The locals will take this in a 3-0 sweep and remain on top of the table. GG's to all, and yeah.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on what we've just seen?
A meme was coming to mind, as it often does. I was thinking of a classic. I hope you're hungry for nothing. That's what the locals did right now. A little bait and switch. Game
Crazy.
1, they're thinking maybe KC Cauldron has a chance, and by game 3, it really didn't look that way.
It's like when Gen G, not this season, but the previous season, when they would have, I'm trying to figure out how to word this. At the major that they won, they would occasionally take the first 2 games of a series and then just lose the third one 8-1, and then just dominate the rest of the series. That's what that looked like. There was a period of time when the locals were just letting in everything from the Cauldron. To be fair, there were some very good plays from the Cauldron, and there's a reason they were letting them in, But then after that, once they got that out of their system, it really just seemed like all guns blazing. Here we go. You either last call for the train to San Diego because we ain't stopping now. And right there, I believe, I could make so many jokes about trains right now, but I've matured. I'm a different person. And we really did see the locals really steamroll them in that last game. That was a thing of beauty from them.
What's your special interest, trains?
So I'm on the spectrum, right? And when I was a kid, I had an obsession with trains. I loved Thomas the Train.
I knew it! I knew it!
Unfortunately, the only thing I know about trains now, I'm not going to say that. Chat, you can fill in with what you think I was going to say. Actually, chat, let me know what you think I was about to say in the chat. Let's turn this into a little game. And the thing is, you guys will be screaming into the void because again, I'm not reading chat. But do we have any interviews lined up? I believe we have Doughboy looking for an interview right now.
Yep.
So we will turn it over to him as soon as he gets in here. And here he is, the main man himself, KJ, aka Doughboy, aka Minnesota, aka San Diego. How you doing?
I am doing all right. How are y'all?
I'm doing pretty good. I had a great time watching you guys in that series. First off, I just want to say, you guys are absolutely crushing it. What's your secret?
I don't know that we have a secret. We're just kind of playing some solid rotational Rocket League. Obviously, we've got Ducky. Having a player like that frees you up a bit because you can just let him go. He'll solo play like no tomorrow. But he's not selfish at all. You can see each game. I think we had a different leader on the board. Aquatic popped the frick off in game 3. There's no secret to it. We're meshing really well.
I mean, it looks like it. Y'all are obliterating everybody right now. Can you please, I have a question. Can you take your bye week when you play against Los Verdes? I would really appreciate that.
Wait, that's not already a bye week?
That's fair.
Ooh.
You set that one up right there. I had to hit it.
I got to give you that one.
Yeah, you know what? I noticed of course Mecky Ducky pops off, but it's not okay. I shouldn't say shocking, but I mean the supporting cast is more likely than not made up of yourself and Dr. Aquatic. And we were talking between game 1 and 2 and how even if you have a player like Mecky Ducky who can score an individual goal or who, you know, can carry to some extent, the supporting cast can't be bad. Just flat out. You and Dr. Aquatic cannot be bad. You cannot find yourself 4-0 at the top of the stats books. Or sorry, 5-0 now. So sorry. Didn't mean to disrespect your obliteration of KC Cauldron. You can't possibly be bad in any regard. And you guys, time and time again, week after week, are showing up. Dr. Aquatic pops off here in game 3, and yourself, I was watching you soar like an eagle. It was beautiful. I watched you climb up and score an aerial over the helpless KC Cauldron. So, I mean, how are you guys finding so much unity? Are you playing better as a team, or are you finding the same success if you were to solo queue?
Oh yeah, no, it's I mean, solo queue, as we all know, is a little circle of hell. We definitely we're just playing well, and the funny thing is, we honestly don't play a lot outside of games. So all of our chemistry we've been developing has been in SGL games, and we just mesh. Like, you know, we talk about Ducky. Like, you can't look at the team and not talk about Ducky. He goes off so often, but you know, it kind of leaves both of us to kind of, I don't want to say know our role, but I know, you know, I'm a more defensive player. I know my responsibilities is to cover back a little more and let them have freedom, but I'm also going to pop off and you know, grab some goals here and there if I can. And that's really what meshes with us, and we all take responsibility for the defensive end and then push it the other way.
Doughboy, I got a question for you. For everybody in chat who may not be aware of how the point system works in SGL, you get 1 point for every single game that you win. So, say for instance, you lose a series 3-2. You still get 2 points because you took those 2 games. If you sweep, you get 4 points. You get an additional point. The locals, actually, there are 2 teams, but I want to talk about the locals, obviously, because that's who we're interviewing right now. 4 games played, 16 points. Have you guys dropped a game yet?
I think we've dropped 3. I think 3 of our series
really?
have been 3-1, and then we've had a couple of sweeps.
Wait, then how does that work?
I think Steel Arm. Well, I mean, we get 4 points for winning the series regardless. Doesn't matter.
You get 4 for winning regardless. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what, chat? Never mind. Ignore that. I'll be honest.
Fact check.
Yeah, no, both
both
Seattle teams have taken us to 3-1, and I think Steel Army also won a game off us the first week. But you know, like tonight, that's a sweep, but I don't think sweep does justice to how close those games were. Like, Cauldron's a damn good team, and we all, you know, seen that history with them, you know, winning the league at times. So, like, we feel really accomplished coming out and beating a team like that.
Absolutely, as you should. See, my original question was going to be, do you guys see yourselves dropping a game all season long? But there goes that. I'm happy that you had an answer and had something meaningful to say. Thank you for bailing my ass out right there. I appreciate it.
I can BS with the best of them.
I feel that. Toad, you got anything else?
Yeah, I think last question. Maybe you don't even know the matchups you have left, but do you have a team that you're a little bit more worried about playing than the rest of them? Like, for example, let me read off. We got El Matador. Yeah, for sure. Ooh.
I mean, I got the schedule right up here on my screen, honestly.
El Matador's next week. I mean, how do you feel about that? There's 2 superstars, and Kuv. Sorry. No.
You know, I mean,
Kuv, that's crazy. Are you gonna let him talk to you like that? Let him know.
Last season we played them 3 times, and we had some absolutely epic series with them. Like, I know we won one of them on a game 5 overtime. Like, we match up so well, and they're a team that has two very, very good players, Cesar and Luis, and when I'm coming into this, like I've never gotten close to GC, and now I'm playing two GCs on the other side. You just have to kind of suck it up and challenge them a little more. And we won 2 out of those 3 series just by not being afraid. Is maybe the way of putting it, like just playing our game. And again, they were epic series. Looking down the schedule, like I don't feel like there are any easy games this season. Everybody, like Los Verdes, joke all you want, but you guys have gotten so much better. Easty Blue is going to be tough. Rebellion's tough, and we played Black Army the last week.
Yes,
like
that's the one that I'm looking forward to.
Ooh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that is I don't think Maz scheduled it knowing what would happen, but it's a good chance that might be for the title.
Chad, this is going to be the SGL equivalent of the I don't know. Let's. I was going to say Texas versus Georgia, but Georgia stinks. No, actually, they don't stink. They just had a bad game. But no, Chad, you are not going to want to miss that one. But make sure you keep up with us as the season goes along. Doughboy, I just want to say thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on the win. And do you have anything else that you would like to shout out before we go?
Just the usual shout outs. Shout out to my team. Really good work tonight. Shout out to Cauldron. Like, a sweep doesn't really do justice to the close games we just played. Like, pucker factor was about 5 or 6 most of the night. And shout out to the locals as always. And also, shout out just every time to the SGL crew. Thank y'all for doing this.
I'll be honest, this is Maz. I'm just here right now. But hey, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Go enjoy your night. Go enjoy that win because you deserve it.
Thank you.
And I believe that is we don't have another game after this, right?
I think that was it. It was a one and done.
All right. That is going to do it for the SGL stream tonight. Chat, we have had a fun one with you guys. So I just want to say thank you guys, every single one of y'all who tuned in. Much love to Toe Death of Emerald City Rocket Club. Much love to Maz, the one who runs this whole operation of U Sector. We hope to see you guys back in the league soon. We hope to see you guys back in the chat soon. And we hope to see you guys back on a stream. And whatever you do, wherever you are, keep supporting not only us but your local clubs. I think that's all I got to say. Thank you guys so much for watching, and you guys have a great night.
Later.